Hello, my peeps. Me and my squeaky chair are here. Hi. Happy Friday the 13th. It is Tracey Stewart here, your independent Stampin' demonstrator and the paper pusher. I'm not superstitious. It's Friday the 13th. It's like, whatever. But there's so many Halloween themed things coming out now that I'm imagining that's fueling some people. I have so much cute stuff to show you today. Oh, look. Oh, I'm very excited. See, Friday the 13th is going to be lucky for me. Oh, I forgot to mute. Me and the squeaky chair. Oh my goodness, I can't stand sound of my elbows. My comments have coming up. How's that for good English? Have come up already. I think I might have finally figured out the system. Oh, I'm just excited. Okay. So happy Extravaganza Eve for those of you joining us tomorrow for Christmas Extravaganza 2024. 2023. Yep, I'm a bit ahead of myself. I'm already planning the 2024 stuff, so I have that in my brain. So let's catch up on things this Friday so I can show you some stuff. Let me see. New stuff. I got my stuff yesterday. After I left to go to my evening class last night, we were making all things poppy and military. And when I got home, I was just looking at it and I was just like giddy with how cute the stuff was. So then this morning I had many more things to do, but I was like, no, I just have to play a little bit. So I've kind of been playing a little bit. But then I have to go back to getting ready for tomorrow. I'm at the just packing it up stage now, but I was hoping to make some more samples of things, and I might make some more samples of these new things because, oh my God, are they cute? And I do have 2 cards to show you. And I said, I think in my message on Wednesday that I actually had a 3rd one I just didn't have time for in my brain. Oh my goodness, though, this stuff. Oh, and they came together super quick. So let's get to that soon. And I got the new kit. I got the Advent kit, and I'm super impressed. So but first off, they announced the next paper pumpkin. And so when we knew when the October kit was coming out that it would coordinate with November, I swear I heard they said that the November one would be tags. The November one is not tags, it's boxes. So the boxes coordinate with the October kit, which is probably going to ship, maybe today, which means I should have it by the mid to end next week. So I will show you that one as soon as it gets in, because there would still be time to get in on this deal. One part is already going. So I don't have any like graphics, but as it turns out, the November kit is boxes. So you get 8 boxes, 4 each of 2 designs, and they are 4.5 by 4 1/4. Where's my card base? So a regular card base is 4 1/4. Oh, sure, pick the darkest one that doesn't show on TV. Let's pick something else. So let's go 4 1/4, and then 4.5 instead of 5.5 would be about there. So these boxes are about this big. So there's my meat hook. So they're, a palm-sized box, and they're 1/2 inch thick. So definitely for, some small gifts, chocolates, you probably could fit a tie in there, gift cards, money, lots of little things. They also come with food safe bags. So there's like little clear gusseted bags that you can put food in that put inside the box. Now, lots of times people are not happy when the paper pumpkin is not cards. Some people like me are very excited when there's something else, but not everybody is. I'm in the minority on that one. So they've also got these card bases, and that's like the best picture I could find of them. These cards are 5 by 7. So they're bigger than the average card. Our cards are 4 1/4 by 5.5. So this is a little bit bigger. The Memories of More cards are 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. So this is like 3/4 of an inch bigger than those. So they're a good sized card. Now these would make great group cards, or like putting in pictures, or putting in if you want to like throw in a letter. Some people type like their annual letter out at Christmas and pop it in a card. These are good sized cards. And what you get here is 20 cards and 20 card bases. So you can use the stamps and the stuff you get with October paper pumpkin. They did show demonstrators. There's so many reasons you should be a demonstrator. You'll see later when I show you the stuff I was able to order early. There's so many good reasons to be a demonstrator. The deal is like smoking hot right now. You get so much stuff for so much less than anybody else would pay for it. It's like an awesome deal. But just the fact that you get to see stuff and order stuff and do stuff early. So we got to see a sneak peek of this stamp set. And there is a stamp in there that looks like something on the box that would go maybe in the middle of the house. Oh my goodness. It's so, and a bunch of sentiments. So this is going to come with an awesome stamp set as well. But you could use that one or use any one of the ones you already have that go with this. This card is double-sided. So like when you open up the 5x7 card, it's this whole scene across it with, and then, oh, they're nice cards. So these cards are on sale already. Traditionally, anything they add on to Paper Pumpkin sells out. And they put these out before the kit so that you have time to order them and get them. So when the kit gets here, you have them. Like they can't both ship on the same day, right? So these are already on sale. So I will be putting in an order after the weekend. If you want to put in an order earlier than that, you can check in my newsletter link. There's a link to my store there with the current code and go get them there. But yeah, these are going to be awesome. So if you need to get in on the Paper Pumpkin, let me know if you need to know how to get your own subscription, because then you get first dibs on all this stuff. Or let me know if you just want me to add some. So I put, because a lot of times the Christmas kits will also sell out. So I upped my order last month for the October one, just in case anybody wanted them. And then I forgot to go back in and put it down. So I actually already have extra October kits coming with the cards in them. But I can easily order extra ones of these as well. Oh, there's so much stuff. I don't even know where to start. Okay. So online, remember we had the online exclusives before. I got two of everything. I'm not really sure why I need two of everything. So I want to say 7th of November, there's going to be another group of online exclusives. Now, these are things that do not show up in the catalog. We don't know how many are coming. We don't know how long they're staying. We don't know if they'll carry over. They're just like a little sort of gap filler, right? So most people have ordered from the holiday catalog or are working on it. And the new, like all the new like spring stuff doesn't come out until January. So this November release is a bit of a get you started on the new stuff. Look at this paper. I'm going to take, oh no, that's okay. I have the cases so I can take it out because I won't be able to put it in the other case. There's 4 of each of these sheets. So I'm going to try to do this quick. And they're double-sided. So lots of times the side on the back is like the more subtle, like one's more obvious like theme. And then the one on the back is usually just some kind of a subtle pattern. Ooh, look at the bright green there. I like that. But look at these. Now, here's what I can tell you, and this is not just a wild guess. I can tell you that a few years ago, we had something called On the Horizon, and it was similar paper, only it was a bit more, I don't know, have a kind of a coastal. It was almost like mountain lights. Ooh, that's a Halloween paper. I don't know why everything seems so dark today. There we go. I'm going to get that going the right direction. Or the murky depths. That would make a good ocean card. So that paper sold out so fast, and then they restocked it. And then at the end of each catalog, the paper, of course, retires. And when it retired, it sold out so fast, people were so disappointed. And years later, I think it was 2 years ago. See if I did it that way. Oh, look at that pretty blue. 2 years later, people are still, anybody have On the Horizon paper? So guaranteed this stuff's selling out. Now, does it sell out and restock and stick around for a long? I don't know. But does it sell out? Absolutely. Oh, that one's got flowers on both sides. Look at that. They have some super talented artists at Stampin' Up. And Stormy Sky, like that one. Spring Meadows. So this is called, I believe, In the Meadows, or something similar to that. Just a minute, because I got a piece of paper behind me. Meandering Meadows. Look at that one. Oh, and more flowers on that side. So this paper, like I said, it's awesome. It's going to sell out. It also comes with a stamp set and a bundle. There's a wheelbarrow, there's some boots, there's some garden gates, gardening meadow type things. Stamp set and dies. I did not order them, so I can't show you them, but they do have them. But I did order 2 of these. The most I could order was 2 of these and 2 of the embellishments, because I could also tell you that the embellishments are going to sell out. So remember we had brass butterflies? Well, these are the same idea. They're little brass and they're very thin, so they like keep your card flat, but they just look styling. So we've got right and left swallow and these little dragonflies. We've been waiting for dragonflies. There they are. So these are awesome. So as a demonstrator, I can pre-order these. As a person, not a demonstrator, we're all people, but as a non-demonstrator, you have to wait till the 7th of October. So as it gets closer and as I get more information or like more screen captures or stuff, I will send more information out. But I am going to stay up till midnight on the 7th, 6th. So I'm ready for the 7th to order like I did the last time. Because remember the trucking bundle, it was like sold out no time. So anybody who wants any of this stuff, you can't pay me until just before I order it or once I order it and I know I can get it. But if you start seeing this stuff and you want to be on the list, you let me know. And I will add you to my midnight maraud and we'll get this. Now, so you know this, there was some glimmer paper that came with it as well, 3 different colors. And for the life of me, all of a sudden now I do not remember what 3 different colors of glimmer paper there were. They went with these papers though. They were the petal pink, I want to say maybe pretty peacock and something else, don't know. Maybe one of the greens, I don't remember. So there's that we know about. There will be more stuff that we don't actually know about until the morning of it shows up. But there is one other set we do know about. And as soon as I saw it, I had to have it. It's called Fluffiest Friends. And look at this. Oh my God, they're adorable. Like absolutely adorable. And a beaver holding a stick heart. Come on. So it also, I was doing this like frantically before I started today. I have not washed the stamps that I have used so far. This is a set of dies that comes with it. And look at all these dies. Like there's a lot. So all of these images can all have an outline die. Plus this, which when you see my card, think opening to a cave, because I'm thinking hibernation now, right? There's some grass, some leaves, some balloons, a branch, a beehive. Oh. Anyways, I'll show you some stuff there, but you have to sort of follow my train of thought as I show you the stuff. So this is one of the other ones that you can get, and it's just flipping adorable, let's face it. So those are online exclusives that I was able to order early. Then, but wait, there's more. But then, because I'm going to Onstage, which is the demonstrator event that's in November, and it's virtual, there's a craft along. So they're going to show us all sorts of new products and tell us all about them. And it's just a big creative thing and lots of fun. But there's the opportunity to craft along if you want. So we were able to pre-order one of the suites that's going to be in the January catalog. So again, demonstrators, you get to pre-order and it's awesome. I'm going to show you these in a minute because when I first saw them, I knew what was coming, but when I first saw them, I was like, what the? So yes, it's called Be My Valentine. And if you order the starter kit now, you actually get free admission to Onstage, to the virtual event. And then once you're registered for Onstage, you can go in and you can also order this bundle early, right? Because as a demonstrator, you can order it early, or this whole suite, actually. They don't have the option to order it bit by bit. You just order the whole suite. I think the whole suite was $103 plus shipping and tax. I can't remember now. Okay, so it's this suite. Be My Valentine. And it's got some cute things like you make my heart buzz. You're as sweet as honey. Be mine with the, bee. There's all these cute little faces that you can put on the bees. Like he's got all, this one is like angry bee, happy bee, either sleepy or cute bee. This one's winking bee, flirty bee. They're just, it's adorable. And all these like little flowers and little things and bits and pieces. And then it comes with this punch that has the body and the wings. Oh, you know what I just realized? Actually, I could have cut a smaller wing for dimensional. Well, I'll show you that in a second. So this is the punch. So what you can do with said punch, and I got a dimensional step to said punch, is you can stamp the images. So I guess I could have stamped this on white, but I stamped this on Daffodil Delight cardstock. So there's like the stripes that you can, so I'm holding it right over top. The stripes that you can stamp. I stamped his happy little face. And then, excuse me, I stamped 2 of these. I should do it on vellum, but I didn't want to go find out where the little chunk of vellum was, because I knew I had a chunk of it on my desk without taking out a big, huge 12 by 12 sheet. Or no, those are 8.5 by 11 sheets. But so I stamped this little thing just on white. And then the heart is what punches out the wings, right? The bigger of the hearts. So you can make a little bee like this. And isn't he adorable? Or, and this one I just flipped in the other direction, which is one of the beauties of this punch. Because if I had made them the same or more similar, I could have like little kissing bees, and I could have little bees flying over with a little heart in the middle and a anniversary card, and there's a happy Valentine's thing in here. But look at these little guys. So this one, I still stamped the happy guy. I just stamped a little bit darker. Like, so this was full strength black. This was stamped off once. And then I just took black cardstock with some adhesive sheet on the back, and I punched out like this much of the bee's body, and then I just cut stripes in it. I just sort of freehanded it, but you could do it however you want. But it gives you just a bit more dark. I don't know. But anyways, adorable. Now there's other things people like. You could use just the hearts on here. You don't have to even make a bee. But one of the other things that when I first saw this punch, and I knew it was the bee punch, but I didn't see a bee the first time I saw this. I saw something else, which I will show you on my bear card. So you get the punch, you get the stamp set. You get these. What are these, you ask? Nothing to do with October and Breast Cancer Awareness Month, although they almost. They make square pillow boxes. And they're all pre-scored. And then I'll see if I can show you on here if you can see. I'll try to get the glare. So you see here, you can see these two patches. Those are adhesive sheets, like big adhesive sheets, and everything else is scored. And they fold so easily, so quickly into this box. And then it's a pillow box, right? And it's a good size pillow box. I wish I had something that I could. No, I don't think it's quite big enough for a roll of ribbon, but it's a good size. So you can put your little treats in there and then pop it closed. Now, in this case, all I did was put it together and tie a ribbon around it because I only had so much time. But you can stamp on here. You can put, I was going to make a tag. You can put DSP around it. You can do all sorts of things. These are going to be fun. And this is what they look like when you get them. This is the new ribbon. So remember, I want to almost say like 4 years or 5 years ago, we had very similar to this ribbon. This one is real red though, is it not? No, this one's Sweet Sorbet. Because I think the other one was Poppy Parade. But it was the same kind of soft ribbon with the white edge on it, only it was an inch thick. This is 1/4 inch. And it ties lovely. So this ribbon comes with it. Look at these embellishments. I love these. See, I'm already playing with them. So as I like to do, I like to put a slit at the top, put a little arrow so I know which way to quit dumping my embellishments on the floor. And then instead of having to open the package every time, I just slide my little thing in and out. But look at those little flowers, little hearts. So cute. And then there's the paper. Look at this little bee's face. Look at how adorable this bee is. So it's much harder to do this with the 12 by 12 on here, but so we have cute bees. Oops, just a minute. And a little bit of plaid. We have some honey jars. And this is more like the flight path, but it's just a cool red pattern that will make lovely cards. We have more little teeny tiny bees and some hearts. Look at these guys. This little bee, look at all sweet. Oh, good Lord, I love them. They're just too adorable. I do like the adorable and the cutesy, but I also love these little flowers. And this one, oh my goodness, when I saw this one, I thought, oh, I was not expecting that. And it is, I can't make it focus. It's just little bouquets of flower, but I can see like little strips. Oh, it's so cute. Love it. Nice stripes. Stripes are good for anything. These are really nice patterns, and they have lots of small patterns on them. More bees in the greenery. And then some honeycomb pattern, which there's a stamp that goes with this. So because these have like lots of small patterns, you'll be able to make really cool cards with like strips of DSP or squares of DSP or whatever. They just like such fun, bright, cute things. So one of the things I noticed though, in the way Tracey's brain works, is I saw lots of like overlap between this set and this set. Right? I could see things that went together that maybe, I mean, these are two totally different offerings and two totally different things, but Stampin' Up is smart. And I think they know, like some of the like color coordination is a huge selling point for Stampin' Up, but just how well their products work together, I think that's another one. So let me show you a couple cards. So this is the first one, and this is like one of the ones that I saw. I think that this is intended to be the bird nest for this adorable little bird, right? I did not see it as a bird nest. I saw it as a dam, and damn, that beaver's cute. I cracked myself up. So this was like one of the first cards I saw. And I did have a tough time trying to decide what color to color that stick heart. Beavers tend to be darker than this, but I knew if I colored him as dark as he was, and then his tail would be even darker, I'd lose all the details. So I took a little creative license there and just did my favorite pecan pie. But so yes, Mr. Beaver and his dam. And then I put the linen thread on it because I thought it kind of was stick-like. Came out of this set. And then this heart, I just stamped in red and then stamped off. And then I used the love you sentiment from over here. And then I took a couple of the little red heart embellishments. So I have my like little 3 hearts and my little beaver. And this was like one of the simplest cards I've made in a very long time. But seriously, this beaver is so flippin' adorable that you don't need to get fancy. Okay, so I'll put him down there just in case anybody's looking. And then the other one, you know, I like my die cuts. Look at how messy my desk is. Geez, the more I work, and I'm just like, the stuff is just like falling on me. So then there's my other card that I made this morning. And so like I said, I saw it as a cave, and I was going to make this like darker. And then I thought, no, I like it like this. So I have a combination of a whole lot of die cuts and a little bit of stamping. But you see this? The bear's thinking, you make my heart buzz. Now the you make my heart buzz is the sentiment out of this stamp set. And this little thought bubble is the bee's body. Because when I first saw it, I saw a thought bubble. And then I told you that this one came with all these great dies, right? So there's the cave that he's sitting in front of. There's the outline for the bear. So what I did is I stamped the bear on copper clay. Again, stamping a black bear, you lose all the details. So we just made him a copper color. Bears come in all sorts of colors. So I know there are bears that color. And then I stamped again, just the part of that stamp. Where is that? I didn't even wash it yet because I had to go get a cloth. So then I stamped just this part of the stamp that was the honey pot on daffodil cardstock. And then I just fussy cut it out. And because his hand is holding it, I just like fussy cut around his hand, fussy cut here. His little claws are still on the side of the pot from the way the stamp showed. Oh, look at that, all like focused. I have this awesome, and as soon as I said that, it lost focus. That beehive and those leaves all have the way the dies are, they're all embossed as they go, and the little branch that came out of there. And then the bee stamp came out of this little set, and so did the little flowers. And I was debating, was it too much? So I stamped these little flowers, and the reason they're not colored yet is because I couldn't decide if I was going to color them or if I was going to put 5 of these little flowers on here, because they're so cute. And they're not exactly the same size, but I think they're close enough in size. Here's one of the beauties of the way the embellishments come on a clear sheet. You can just hold them over top, right? So I can hold this over top, and I can see that the bigger flowers are pretty close. But if I put them on you, I don't think you'd really notice the green. I could have also masked the top off so that I just had room. But I haven't decided if that's too much, because I do have a lot of die cuts. And then you know how I like embellishments. I mean, look at the whole card has got embellishments all over or dimensionals all over the place holding it up. So that was my other card that I made. So yeah, I think these two sets personally go quite well together, and they make really adorable little cards. And I will be making many more. I had more ideas. I have this tree die that I got that doesn't show you very much. That's in the Christmas catalog, are available already. And I saw another demonstrator. Again, another perk to being a demonstrator is all the other demonstrators and the genius ideas they came up with. And the way they use this die, I was like, oh, that is so clever. And being, the forestry type, I can use this year round. So I have one more card for sure that's going to be made with this that probably make after extravaganza. So I'll post that one next week. But yeah, these two cards, I didn't have a whole lot of time this morning, and it was really a matter of just like some stamping, some cutting, a little bit of coloring. Adorable. I got to put him on top because he's just the cutest thing ever. Okay. So that's new stuff and pre-orders and why you should be a demonstrator, so you can get it all early and not have to wait. Now, you know how excited I was about this kit. So this is what I did when I got home last night. I got home from my class. I was tired. My knee was throbbing. And I was like, I should rest and go to bed. I got a big weekend ahead. Nope. Let's go play with the kids. So you remember how I showed you, and I was going to wait and like do the whole unboxing live this morning, but I couldn't. I was just so excited to see this kit that I just started without you. So this only came out on the 3rd of October, and I ordered it right away. And traditionally advent calendars, like when we had the boxes, they sold out right away. So I was like, I'm waiting up. I'm ordering those things the first day I can. I'm ordering extras because one, they'll make great gifts, but the chances are they're going to sell out, and they're just awesome. So now that people are actually starting to get things, I'll show you in a minute. The instructions, Stampin' Up! Does a really good job on their instructions, but the instructions for this kit are above and beyond, I think. So here's what, okay, I'm going to show you to this way. Sorry, I didn't mean to tease you. Okay, so when I looked at this and I started to take the stuff out, I noticed that there was different colored envelopes. They have the like the hugest, I can't show you that way. There's different, so there's 2 different colors of envelopes. And then there's all these different things, and there was the different numbers. And I thought, okay, so for somebody who wants it to look a little more organized, like just if it goes in order, like have they done that for you, or do you have to figure that out? Or so right on the very beginning, like the first thing you see when you open this is this page, and it shows use the dark envelope. And there's a couple different, like this one, there's 2 different kinds. Oh, you know what? I think I might have actually screwed that up. I did. I only put one on mine. I was supposed to put both of them on there. It shows you the wreath, and it shows you which numbers go with this one. And then it shows you which numbers go with this one and this one and this one. So you can see that you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So much easier. And then when you get to the actual thing, it's like all the other instructions. It shows you where to put glue dots and where to put dimensionals. And then I saw this little symbol on here. I wonder if I could get that to focus. No, because I can't hold the piece of paper still either. Oh, there, look at me go. So it's a little pen with a piece of paper. And what it shows is for that bow, you curl the bow around like a pen or something to give the paper a bit of curl. And then the next one over shows you just cut a dimensional in half with your scissors so that it fits in that spot. Like they're very specific. And then it shows you put 2 glue dots on the edge of the paper, not paper clip, clothespin, and then you stick your stuff to it. Like these are, I mean, these are good instructions. I was super impressed with them. I think I've pointed this out before, but just in case I didn't, it tells you, so for this particular one, you're going to make a bow out of, I'll show you in a minute, but, and so it shows you right here, you need an 11-inch piece. Now, if you have a ruler taped to the side of your desk like I do, good for you. If you don't though, there's one on the side of the thing, right? Like right along the edge, here's a ruler, and it is in inches and centimeters. Seriously, these instructions are genius. So, and then it gives you like coordinating colors and all your stuff. So it's awesome. Okay, so here's what we end up with. And I realize now that I was supposed to put 2 wreaths on there and I only did 1, so I'm gonna have to fix that. So we have number 1. Oh, and these little, they're buried, I can't show you right now. They're not really focusing. They're flat, shiny red sequins, and they're already self-adhesive, and they're awesome. So we have number 1, and I made 1 of each. I just made the first 4 because then you were just gonna repeat, right? There's number 2. There's number, oops. There's number 3 with this cherry cobbler cord. And because it's rolled around, it has like this now. This is how long it said to make it. It said to make it 11 inches long. And I actually cut one piece off because like about an inch, I think I cut off because I tied horribly crooked. But look how long this is. Like you could definitely make this shorter if you wanted. But it's got this nice little natural curl to it from being on there. 3. And then I don't think I glued that down very well. And then number 4. And what you're doing is you're gluing most of your your decoration is being glued to this big clothespin. And then I'm just going to grab. So easily in this envelope, you can fit a gift card. You could put little slips of paper. You could die cut because it's the one on the table, but you could die cut little shapes out and throw them in there. And then when they pop them out, they could say, yeah, you know, go to the honey farm, and have like little activities or something on them, or just even just little sweet thoughts. I have seen people do advent calendars where each day is a different scripture, or scripture is probably not the right word, verse from scripture. As you can tell, that is not what I do, so I don't even know the right word. I think it is. I think it's scripture verses. These, remember the Merci chocolates, right? These little sticks. I bought those for my, I'll show you my treat packs from last night too. So something like this fits in there and goes down, and then your clothespin won't go the whole way down on it necessarily, because they're kind of in the way. Although I bet you if I split them a little bit, I probably could. But I would think, and if in this case, if you were doing this, maybe, oh no, it does work. It goes a little bit farther down. Just maybe just figure out what you're putting in them before you put them together, just in case you have to move your decoration a little bit. But yeah, those fit in there quite nicely. And if I could move all my stuff out of the way. So this is what you get. All of this stuff is in here for you, right? You got a bag of clothespins. You've got all of your sequins. You got glue dots for the things. You got dimensionals. So there's your 2 different colors of envelopes, and they are put together and they're scored and everything. So you just have to fold down and do your top. You could, I'm sure you could do these where you stuck, like you could just move things around a little bit or whatever, but you could stick everything right straight to the envelope. Oops, I should maybe move up a little bit, and use it so that like this, the embellishment was over top and this thing would tuck underneath, so they don't have to necessarily be hanging. And then it comes with this extra roll of some rather thick twine. So in theory, you could hang it up like it shows in the picture that I buried over here. In this picture, you could hang it up, use the twine, put it on the wall, or I would think. And what I'm so okay, so part of me is thinking what I'm going to do with mine for this year is I'm going to put different things for each day for my son, and some of them will be chocolates and some of them might be the odd. I think I'll surprise him. He never watches me live, so I can say he never watches me at all on crafting stuff. He does help and he's very supportive and he knows all about it, but he does actually watch, so I can tell him. I think I'm going to put like the odd gift card, like, you know, a $5 for the Circle K, so you can go get a Slurpee, or like just little things in each one of these. I think I'm going to put them on the tree. So instead of putting the twine out necessarily, I'm just going to clip them to tree branches and have them on the tree. Now this is dependent on 2 things. One, when have I ever had my tree up by the 1st of December? That would be never. And 2, last year, the puppy was rather new, and we put lights on the tree, but we didn't actually decorate the tree because he was obsessed with it, and he kept like poking into it, trying to figure out what it was, and he would poke himself and he would jump back and lean forward and poke and jump back, and it was the funniest thing to watch. But I have ornaments on my Christmas tree that are like 100 years old, and I have my entire life story is in ornaments on my Christmas tree. So I'm attached to my ornaments, and Merrick has his own set of ornaments that are attached to like to his life, like each year. So 15 years worth of ornaments and various things. And the year we went to Arizona and we went on the Polar Express, he has a little black Polar Express train. So these are, you know, they're very sentimental, our Christmas tree. So I can't risk the dog. But that was my thought. Sorry, I digress there, but that was my thought, is you could easily put these, if your tree is up by then, just use them as tree decorations, and then when it's done, you can just put them back on the tree, and they make nice decorations too. So yes, activities, treats, gift cards, saying scripture. There's so many things that you could do with these little envelopes. Everything is all pre die cut for you. You just pop it out. This is where for whatever reason, I only put one of these on, even though I was staring right at the thing. So this is actually supposed to be double thickness. I do believe, let's see how well I can do this. I'll do it right while I'm talking. I do, oh, look at me go. I do believe that you could use these pieces. Oh, look at that. It does. It just makes it that little, I got them tied together there at the bottom. If you just offset them a bit, it just gives it that little bit more dimension. And there's 2 tones of color. And then I just need to put some new glue dots back on my little clothespin. I do think you could make these into tags. I think you could make them into card fronts. Just, I'm concentrating here, trying to make sure I don't make it crooked. There we go. There, it's all fixed now. I think you can make them into card fronts. Let me just see. Oh, I buried everything. Just a minute. Let's get a red one. So here's our red card base. So there you go. If I was to, I can't take that off necessarily because if I was to not, everything's stuck to the clothes, to take the clothespins off and take the decorations off. But you could easily attach these to a card front. I mean, this, and you could open this up even more if you wanted, but just putting these little things here. And then, yes, they have numbers on them, but that's, oh, you know what would be fun? You could turn these into cards and mail them to somebody. And if you mailed them early enough, like started, I don't know, a week early or something, and then mailed one a day so they were there before, and then on each day they would have like advent cards. Oh, I like that idea. And it wouldn't have to be hard too. Like it could just be, hey, I hope you're having a great time. Hope the Christmas cookies are getting baked. Do you have your tree up yet? And they could just be like little, oh my goodness, you could have lots of fun with that idea. You could pop them on note cards too. Note cards would be like, just like slightly smaller than this. So these would fit perfectly on note cards. Oh, I like that idea. Wheels are turning. Okay, so let's see. Now that I said I was going to show you the, oh yes, I can. Okay, so that's the advent kit. So if you want one of these, let me know. The last I checked, they were still in stock. I'm pretty sure they still are. But I think as things get closer, Thanksgiving is over now. People are starting to switch to the next thing. For a lot of people, Christmas, like full bore prepping and decorating and going, happens after Remembrance Day. Well, that's only, I don't know, 3 weeks away, 2 weeks away, 3, I don't know what it is. So yeah, if you want these, let me know. I would not wait myself personally. Let me see. How long? Oh, I've been rambling for quite a while now. Okay, so I think last week, did I show you these little mini cards? I don't know if I showed you this exact mini card or if I just showed you different ones, but I made a bunch of these little thank you cards for people who came to class last night. To my, I call it class. Every time I say the word class, I think that's weird. I mean, I'll show you how to make stuff if you need to, and I walk you along and I help you with stuff. And but it's really just a get together, make cards event. So, but I have little like thank you gifts, like little table treats all the time. So I made this little thank you card, and I even made like a little inside with the liner and these little leaves, and this beautiful copper ribbon that we have. So those are the ones I made, and I wanted to put them in a treat. So what I have is this like little 2-step. So I have a little pocket where this fits into, and then again the receipt. That's why I had them handy on the desk, because I made them for here, because I like to put just a couple little things, and I don't want them to be too big or anything. So these are the bags. I still have some of these left over. I don't actually remember if these sold out. I think they originally had, like, they were low on inventory, but I think they ended up ordering more, or got a second shipment or something, because for some reason, not that long ago, I think they might have still had these in the paper pumpkin extras. But what I'm going to do real quick, I'm not going to decorate them all up, because that will take too long, because I have nothing in front of me. So by the time I find it all, Lord knows how long that would take. I'm knocking things on the floor. But I'm going to make one out of this, and then I'm going to make one out of this just to see what else I can put in it. So this was the original one that I made, and I like the table treats to be quick. A lot of times I'm busy getting all the cards and prepping and everything ready. And I could spend all my time making little treats because I love to make little treats. But then I don't get the cards ready. So lots of times the last thing I make is the little treat holder. So this is what I did. I took this bag and I'm going to show you. I think it's going to work with everyone. And it really is just trial and error. In this case, I kind of roughly folded it over to see how wide this was and to get my math. And what I needed was 3/4. So all I did is I scored this side by 3/4. And I flipped it over and I scored this side by 3/4. And then I had measured it out. So I happen to know that to fold it over because I wanted it the right length for the merci to just tip out the end was 2 1/4. Now this is, depending what you're going to put in it, is going to be whatever measurement. So for this, I want to be able to put something bigger. I am wondering, because I had it on my desk a minute ago, I have made such a mess of my desk the last couple of days that I'm a little scared to touch anything. I have tea bags on my desk that I can see. I had one of the, oh, I know, it's behind me. Okay, I want to make something bigger. So I know, I just remembered where I can find something. It's on the floor behind me. So I'm going to go with the same 3/4, knowing that I could make this an inch or I could, it just depends once you decide what it is you're putting in it. But I'm just going to use the same measurements. I'm going to go with 3/4. And then, yeah, let's go 2 1/4. What the heck? So then you just, I guess, see the difference if you start with a bigger bag. Then, and here's another reason why you want a bone folder. When you do stuff like this, a bone folder really is your friend because you want to get a good crease. So I'm going to fold those 2 over, and I'm going to fold those 2 over. And I got a little heavy-handed with my scoring on this one because I can see where I just about frayed it in a couple places. And then I folded this one up. And there is actually all that was to it. Now what I did, and this is what you want to do. The piece that you're folding over is shorter than this piece. Put your adhesive on the shorter piece. Whichever way you're doing it, put your adhesive on the shorter piece because then you know where to end. If you put it on the longer side, you don't know where to end. So then I'm putting tear and tape. And I'm going to try this. When I did it the first time, because I wanted to be sure, I put 2 rows of tear and tape because I want it sealed really well at the end. But I don't want this in the way of the, like I want the card to go in nicely. But I am curious if that was overkill. I was going to say, I just have my take your pick tool. What did I do with it? I threw myself off because I actually put it back in my container, like where it belongs. So I did this. I just put my little tear tape on, and then I folded it over. And all I'm doing is making sure I line it up. And I'm doing all of this flat. Like I kind of roughly fitted to make sure stuff would work before I glued it down on the very first one I made. So now, oh, actually, you know what? I dropped one of these on the floor yesterday as I was loading in, and I tore it down the side. This is what happens when you drop them. They rip. So look at that, without even like really making a plan. I have a new plan. So now I have the top pocket for my goodies, and then I have this pocket for my card. So oh yeah, so you don't have to put 2 things of tape, that'll work. So I put my card in, and I put my little merci chocolates in. And I had a treat holder. I mean, come on. It's cute, it's simple. So I'm going to do the same with this one. And because I started with a bigger bag, I'm going to get a different thing. I was kind of hoping I was going to do this the right size, possibly for a gift card. Tea bags, maybe chocolate. I have cookies on my desk. I'm in the middle of doing like 6 different things right now. Okay, so I'm doing the same thing. I folded it over, and I'm putting, this one's harder to see the tear and tape. I'm putting tear and tape, but I'm just putting one strip close to the edge, the outside edge. I'm going to fold this up. That's moving along. Now, the reason I put like the card was sticking on the front of this. So when you fold it over, you are seeing the back of the card. But I knew something was going to go in the front. So I'm turning around just 1 second while I turn backwards. And reach what's behind me. Look at this. I love the bear paper. I don't see. I can't decorate yet because I don't know what I'm putting in it. But let me just see if I can get the gist of what I was talking about. Stand by one. I'm reaching behind me to see what will fit. I'm trying to get my coffee packages. Oh, there we go. Okay. So remember I told you I bought these coffee packages. These would be, they're a little bit thicker. There's a lot in this thing. And if I liked coffee, like double doubles, especially if I do drink coffee, I drink black coffee. So that doesn't appeal to me. But if I did, I would be able to taste it and tell you if it was any good, but I don't actually know. I'm looking for, I mean, it's Tim Hortons, right? You gotta think it's going to be just fine. But so this would be my thought, right? Is we could put a couple little decorations on the front, something like this, with a little. Seriously, I have so much stuff on my desk right now. This is too big for what I'm doing, but you get the idea, right? So we could have a thank you so much, and we'll have a little bear on the outside, right? So you could put like some little things on it to decorate it. But in the meantime, then you have to figure out what I do with my tea bags. There we go. So I'm thinking this is the perfect size to stick a tea bag in. Yes. When I had mentioned this before, so I have this blank business card. If you were handing these out to like as a promotional thing, definitely could put a business card in here, which means you could also stick a gift card in there if you wanted to. I was curious to see if, and I am always, when I'm doing stuff, I am always like giving it a little help to make things fit. So, oh yeah, look at that. So by just folding the one side, I could get that in. It's a little bit longer than I need it to be. Now, depending what I was doing. So I did this. It'd be funny if I knew somebody named Tim that I was giving a gift to. Then it would look like I had addressed it to Tim. So even if I was giving him like coffee and a gift card, right? I could move this, the fold here, instead of 2 1/4, I could go 1 1/4, and that would drop it down by, an inch. And I would still have enough to tuck stuff in. Whatever's tucked into this front pouch, as soon as you put something in the back, it's very snug in there. Like I'm holding by the card and I'm shaking and it's not coming out because as soon as I fill the back, this front is nice and snug. So yeah, even if this was just a bit of a hangover, like where you could see more of the card, that would work because then this bag would be longer and skinnier. It doesn't really matter that this little Tim guy is sticking out. You could also, with the hot chocolate packages, the apple cider packages, I have little airplane cookies. I was trying to see if I could fit those in, but they were just a bit too big for that other design that I had. They kept sliding back out again. Yeah, I can fit. So these are packs of 2 of the cookies, and I can fit 2 of those in. So remember how I just said that? Tracey knows better, but Tracey did anyway. So if I was going to do that, I can put my tea bags in first. So I can even put two tea bags in the front. And yes, I would probably color coordinate everything better than I just did here, but I'll put the red one on the front. I'll put a little cookies in. Okay, that's going to be too much. So we know there's a limit there. I have this coffee, the Tim's coffee. So you could always do some of these little chocolates here too. You want to have a whole little like coffee break? Let's just put, see, so for this, these are going to go way too far down. So if I was putting these in, I would actually fold it. I wouldn't put the fold as high up. I would move that fold down for these two, just because if not, they're going to get lost in there. And then, so we have a couple chocolates and a cookie. and a thing of coffee. There you go. I would suspect, and then you'd have so decorate it first, but just make sure, like, while you're doing all your trial and error, just kind of, right? Ta-da! And actually, in this case, you could, because I have such a gap here because of how long they are. Yeah, I could just do like that. I could put one tree there and one tree. I'm going to put one tree in the middle, actually. One tree there, and a bear there. And there's my thank you very much. Oh, this on the outside. Why am I not just taping these down? I don't know, because I'm probably going to do a little finagling with it first. Right? So there's my thank you pouch. So it was that easy to do with these little bags. And honestly, we always seem to have something of these little bags. These are the current in color ones. The other ones are old paper pumpkin ones. We've had ones with gold on them in the past. We've had various different things in the past. So we almost always have some kind of little bag that you can make work. If not, you could just like make the same dimensions out of cardstock. But these are quick and easy treat holders that, when properly decorated, can be as cute as that and as quick as that with just a little. So I have some of these left over from last night. I would really like if more people would come out and make cards at night, because it's so much fun when there's lots of people there. And then you can all get smoothies, because I had a chunky monkey smoothie last night. It was so good. So good. And I brought my son the immunity. So she's got lots of different kinds of teas and stuff. And I had bought him one of those when he wasn't feeling well. And he started to feel better afterwards, which he magically attributed to 1 cup of tea. And I'm sure all the good stuff in it helped. But he also just really likes the taste of it now. And it's full of all sorts of good antioxidants and things. So I brought him one of those last night. So yes, we did have some lovely snacks. So where did my stuff go? There we go. So yeah, we had some, there's my Friday show and tell around my very messy desk. So if you need any help or any information or want to order any of the things here, if you've decided, oh my God, being a demo is the best thing ever, I need to do it right away, and you want to get the starter kit, let me know. Because really you can be a demo and just get all this stuff so you can get it early and you can get it at a discount, and then you could just play, and you don't actually have to do any business or anything. You could just get all the good stuff. Ta-da! I had a lot of fun in the last couple of days. Well, not even the last couple of days. Since about 8:30 last night when I got home, I've had some fun. So there you go, folks. We're all caught up this Friday. That was Friday catch up. Oh, I did go an hour, just about an hour too. Okay. Well, I hope you all have a lovely weekend. I hope those, oh, wait a minute. I forgot. I got some bees too. Those of you coming to Extravaganza, we will see you in the morning. It is such a fun day. I'm so looking forward to it. We're going to set up this evening and get everything ready so that we can just hit the ground running in the morning. And I am then shifted on to ladies' night, which is next week. And I got prepped for one more. Our bear class is coming up here in a couple of weeks too. So looking forward to that. I hope you all have a fantastic crafty weekend, whatever it is you're doing. Enjoy the weather. It's going to be beautiful again. This fall weather is awesome. So yeah, have a great time. I will post a few times over the weekend, I think. And then I think I will be back on Monday with a challenge for you. That's right. I'm feeling frisky. I'm going to give you guys a crafting challenge. So take care, everyone. And thanks for joining me. Happy Friday.